we're back for another video, and I'm here with MJ, who has kindly come over to do a scape for us. MJ Aquascaping.
Hey, here we are.
Back again.
All right, back again.
Did you miss us?
Always good to visit Horizon. It's definitely my favorite store. So the video is ready, yeah?
The video's ready, yeah. Scape's looking good.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah. Well, we're doing a little cinematic at the end, so you'll be able to see that once it's all done.
Have to wait till the end.
So equipment-wise, we're on. So we got you in to do our Oase Scaperline 60. What do you think of that one?
I really like it. I think in general, just a 60cm tank is just the perfect size for aquascaping. Not too big, not too small, like enough space for a good amount of fish. And yeah, I mean, with hardscape and planting, you can just go crazy, you know?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely one of our favourite sizes here too.
Yeah, it was fun to set it up. How long ago has it been?
Was it April time? I think you did it.
April.
So what are we in now? April, May, June. Couple of months.
2.5 months.
Yeah. So it's looking good for how quickly it's come on, really.
Redmore wood.
So what was your idea then?
Yeah, I mean, as always, whenever I'm setting up a tank in a public space or in a gallery, I'm always looking what has already been done before, you know. And I think in the gallery, you didn't have a scape with dragonstone at the moment.
No, it didn't. And it's kind of the first rock you come across as well, isn't it?
Yeah, true. And of course, as always, I love using Redmore wood or spider wood. So yeah, just I think that was a nice combination. And I found this really in the hardscape room. I found this really nice piece of Redmore wood, but I had to split it up and basically cut it in half. And that made a nice little arch. So I thought that was just a cool idea.
Yeah, definitely. We don't have any scapes with sort of bridges or arches. So that's quite a nice addition. Would you say it was the hardscape that inspired you to do the scape you did, or did you already have it in mind?
No, definitely the hardscape definitely inspired me to do this. I think it was also because not long before that I made a little arch with dragonstone. So I thought, let's just sort of try to do something like that, but then an arch with wood instead of dragonstone, but still incorporating dragonstone as well.
Yeah, and just do it on a bigger scale.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Do you tend to find hardscape, like just seeing a piece of hardscape is the way things inspire most of the time, or do you always normally have a plan, or?
For me, definitely, yeah. Like I like to just first have a look at hardscape and then preferably build a hardscape first as well. And after that, I will start working on plant selection, you know?
So it's all about the hardscape for you, and then you just choose the plants that you think, oh, that would go well.
Yeah, hardscape first, and from then it will usually kind of start, the ideas start flowing. Nice.
Yeah, well, obviously works because it looks great, so it's good way to do it.
I have to take your word for it, I guess.
Yeah, I have been sending you updates, MJ, every so often.
That's true, but the last one has been a while.
Yeah, it has, and it has changed like considerably in a week or so as well. So everything's popping and growing in.
Okay, so substrate is in. Yeah, you made me use the lava split from Aquaforce. What's it called?
Yeah, the Aquaforce lava substrate. So it's like a base layer. Is that not something you would normally use?
I mean, I do sometimes use like crushed lava rock, but I think this one also has some nutrients in it.
It does, yeah. It's got nutrients in there, which is always a bonus.
Yeah. The stuff that I normally use is just crushed lava rock without added nutrients, so...
Yeah. You could definitely do that as well. Like, there's no harm in having it without nutrients. It's just we find, like, obviously being a shop and people want to see instant impact in the gallery straight away. So the more nutrients, the quicker we can get it grown in, I suppose.
Yeah.
Whereas at home, it doesn't matter so much, I guess.
True. Yeah, and I'm a big fan of having a lot of nutrients in the substrate. So, yeah, if we would have this here in the Netherlands, I would probably try to get my hands on it as well.
Yeah. I see you've washed your stones there. They're a bit dusty, those stones, aren't they?
Yeah, dragonstone is always quite dirty.
Nice clay-based stone.
Yeah, I tried to... I've done a few scapes with dragonstone, and I've not always been... I've not always like thoroughly washed them. But then over time, you always see this just clay like seeping out the gaps, and I think that also has... clay, of course, also has nutrients, so I'm wondering if that at some point would also affect the water parameters, you know?
Possibly, yeah. It could definitely buffer it, couldn't it?
Yeah. Covering everything with powder soil. I actually don't usually I don't often use powder soil.
Yeah, I find sometimes we do quite a bit in smaller tanks, probably just so it's not as obtrusive, I guess, especially if you're using small carpet and plants.
Yeah.
What made you use it this time?
I think James just gave me...
Just passed you over.
Yeah, MJ, use this. It's like, okay.
That's the thing, I suppose we've got that many things open and different brands to use. You can kind of just use whatever, really.
Yeah.
Where I guess you're more careful and you pick stuff different at home, I guess, but...
The thing for me with the powder aquasoil is sometimes I feel like if you have some dirt or some waste organics, that they kind of stay on top of the substrate rather than sort of go through and you know what I mean?
Yeah, I suppose if you're not using like sort of tight compact plants, I do see what you mean, yeah, but yeah, I would definitely use it more for like tight carpet and plants.
Yeah.
Which yours was in the end in this one. It was a lot of grasses and things like that, wasn't it?
True. Yeah, if I would use for example, a neogumi with Cuba, for example, HC Cuba, I would definitely use powder soil. Because those roots are tiny.
Yeah, it gives it more surface area for them to grab onto, doesn't it? So is this would you say this is your style, like your red moors and things like that? So we've seen a lot of work from you where you do like your red moor scapes, which are really, really nice, and I'd say you've definitely got a style.
I would say definitely. I mean, I find that the redmoor wood or spider wood is just really easy to make just a nice looking layout, you know? It doesn't really require a lot of creativity, and if you have just a few pieces, put them together, it kind of always looks nice.
And that's good for people who are just getting into the hobby as well, which obviously you want your channel to aim to as well, so it's good for people to see.
Yeah, I want my videos to be easy for people to replicate, you know, and if I'm doing some sort of like contest aquascaping, then yeah, it's a little bit more difficult for people to try that as well and enjoy it, in my opinion. So I like easy scapes.
Yeah, same. They're just nice, aren't they? Sometimes just simple's nice, and like, to be fair, this isn't too simple because you've still got a lot of glue in and a lot of rocks and things. So if people want to go like a little bit more crazy with the redmoor, I guess they could do something like this.
Yeah, the only downside with the redmoor is the biofilm. Did you have a lot of that?
Not as much as I expected, actually, but we did sort of obviously monitor the water levels, and as soon as it was all okay for cleanup crew, we got those straight in there, so I think that helps as well. And then obviously our daily water changes up until then. but not as much as what I was expecting.
Okay, good. What did you use for the cleanup crew?
There's some otter cinclus in there and a few amanos and then a big group of King Kong panda shrimp.
Oh, nice.
Like the red ones.
Nice. Oh, we're planting already.
Yep, you got that done quick. Tell us about your plants and what made you go for all these ones.
I mean, obviously you guys have probably the best collection of plants that I've ever seen in the store. So, I mean, obviously I'm sponsored by Dental Plants, so I'm always kind of limited to use their assortment. And I mean, for this scape, it didn't really matter. So I just use some Tropica, I use some Aquaflora, and every company, of course, has some specialties. So I remember from this one, you had a really small crypt from Aquaflora. I think it's the Pygmea, I think it's called. I really like that one, so I definitely had to go with that one. And then, yeah, just colorful stems in the background, just a mix of grasses in the foreground. Kind of what I always like to do, you know?
Yeah, the little pygmy you mentioned before, I always thought that was just the same sort of thing as Parva, but it does actually look different and it's a little bit bigger, I think.
Yep, a little bit bigger indeed. Yeah, I'm a big fan of crypts and I just like to use varieties that I don't always can get my hands on, you know?
And you were just saying earlier, you've just done pretty much a crypt-only tank, didn't you?
Inspired by your crypt-only tank.
Yeah, that was a while ago now, wasn't it?
I think you had it on my first workshop at Horizon.
I think so,
it
yeah.
kind of made a bit of an impression on me at that time.
Oh, that was good. But yeah, if we can inspire people to do things, that's what it's all about, isn't it? So.
Definitely.
I think crypts as well, like, a lot of people get scared because they melt in the early stages, but it's totally normal. They just bounce straight back, don't they, most of the time?
Yeah, if you just leave it, like, all the leaves can be gone, but if you just leave it, it will grow back.
Sometimes quicker than you think.
You can't see what's happening underneath the substrate, but as long as the roots are healthy, it will grow back.
So you're starting to plant already?
Yeah. I think it's hairgrass first.
Yeah, I think is that the hairgrass mini, isn't it? The Pasilla.
Yeah. In my opinion, this is the kind of the perfect carpeting plant because it's very low maintenance, especially compared to Monte Carlo or Glossostigma, for example. This doesn't need to be trimmed as often, you know? No,
I was going to say, do you when you use this, do you trim it? Because we try not to, because we find it gets a little bit upset sometimes if you trim it too much.
Yeah. I would trim it maybe once in 3 months or so. Like only if it's like really necessary. Yeah,
I agree.
It depends also a little bit on the hairgrass variety because you have so many different hairgrass varieties like Mini, Pusilla, Acicularis Mini, is like all these different names. Sometimes I wonder if it's all the same plant, but I think there is some variety in there, and yeah, just some of them just grow a little bit longer and then you might have to trim them, but
yeah, I think the smallest one, I don't know if it's just me, but I guess they class it as a medium category. I find it does seem a little bit trickier than the others, so the others tend to grow a lot faster and don't need as much attention maybe.
Yeah, that's true. Some Rotala bonsai, another favorite.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous little plant, that. Have you used that one much before?
I have, yeah. I know I've used that same plant in my Dragonstone Arch scape, so it's kind of starting to look a little bit like a bit of a copy of that scape.
That's not a bad thing though, that's a lovely little tanky. I saw you post it earlier, I think.
Yeah. Funny coincidence indeed, I posted yesterday on Instagram.
Yeah, was that an old tank you did, or was that quite a recent one? I can't remember.
I would say about a year ago, yeah. But I got rid of it, but now I'm thinking, kind of miss it, you know?
Yeah, I think you should do another one.
I did mix something in between the hair grass, did I? Some Marsilea?
I was just looking for that there. I think there is a little bit of Marsilea in there, which that one did melt back, but there is signs of it again now, which is good. And we haven't added any more or anything like that.
Okay. Oh, yeah, some Crypt Parva as well. Yeah, I always like to make a mixed carpet as well, you know, like not just hair grass, but either add some Marsilea in there or some Crypt, just for a little bit of variety.
I think that looks better anyway. It looks more natural.
Exactly. Yeah.
I remember Tommy from Green Aqua. He said the same. He said he doesn't like well, he likes them, but it doesn't look as good as having like a big lawn. Instead, you have like little pockets of I guess makes it look more marshy and natural. If that makes sense.
I think indeed it depends a little bit on the scape. I think sometimes you see those Dutch style scapes and they have like a really like a lawn right in front of the stems, for example. I think that does look quite good.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But on a natural style scape.
Yeah, I know what you mean about those Dutch ones. It does look kind of like just perfect, clean cut, doesn't it?
Yeah, it has something as well.
Oh, there's the pygmea.
Yes. It just gets these really like compact crypt bunches. I don't know how to call them, but it just looks really good in my opinion.
Yeah, I like it. You can tell the leaf size is quite a lot bigger than Parva actually, even there.
Yep. It's a little bit similar to Crypt. I think Novelli. Do you know that one? Crypt Novelli or Crypt Lucens?
Yeah, the Lucens. Yeah, I think that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
It took me ages to figure out what you were planting here because it looks completely different now. It's got like a bright red sort of needle shape.
The Ludwigia.
I don't think anyone's ever used it in the gallery yet, which is good. Something different.
Really? Nobody used Ludwigia adequata?
No, nobody. You're the first.
Okay.
And it's such a nice plant as well.
Yeah, because it's tissue culture, it just looks like any sort of regular stem plant. But once it starts growing, is it like fully red now?
Yeah, it's like fully red. It's like vibrant sort of. It's got like, it took me ages because it went like a funny colour, and then I was like, is that Rotala green? And then it started changing. I was like, that's definitely not Rotala green. And then now it's really, really vibrant. It's lovely. And that's under a Tross light as well, so I suppose it's got the best opportunity to go bright red.
Looking forward to seeing that. You should have sent me a message. I would have told you all the plants that I've used. You didn't have to guess.
I'm always pestering you about things, so I'd be messaging you constantly, MJ.
I don't mind that.
How do I turn my camera on? What's this plant?
There's the Rotala green.
Ah, there it is, yeah. See, you planted them so close as well. Trying to trick us.
Yeah, I love just using a bunch of different stem plants in the background, you know?
Yeah. It kind of almost looks like a little Dutch style in the back of there now. With like a nature foreground, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Simple hardscape and then just lots of colorful plants. That's what I like to do.
So fish-wise, you'll see in the cinematic, but fish-wise, we've gone for chili reservoirs just to make the tank feel bigger.
Love it.
Yeah, I think that was your first choice, wasn't it?
Yep.
And they just pop in there with those reds.
Especially under the geos, like the color of them is insane.
They look amazing.
I have a little clip on my in my video files from the tour that I did at Horizon. I think that was the first one. And you had some chili reservoirs in Escape that 80 did. And they were like the reddest chili reservoirs that I've ever seen. So
that's what yours are like now. They look crazy.
Yeah. Nice. A little bit of moss on the arch.
Yeah, that's grown in plenty now. It's everywhere.
Did it cover the stump?
It did, yeah. I know why you mentioned that as well, because I nearly cried, didn't I, when I saw the cut, and I was like, MJ, and you were like, it'll grow, I promise.
This is not okay.
But yeah, no, the moss looks lovely. I can't remember, was it Taiwan moss you used? I'm sure it just popped up there, I can't remember. Or was it weeping moss?
I think weeping.
Weeping, yeah. That's it, guys. So that was MJ Aquascaping this 60cm, and don't forget to subscribe to both our channels.
Thanks, Nicole, for having me again and let me do another scape. It was really fun, and I'm gonna see you guys soon, hopefully.
No worries. Cheers.
Cheers. Bye bye.